We're live. We'll see if we make it out alive tonight on a red hot night with the moon full or whatever the fuck is going on, because everybody's pissed off in the locker room and soon to be liquored up and pissed off. Like Leahy or the drunk mailman from Funny Farm. I might be out here smashing mailboxes before the night's out here. Infidels, we just say 1, 2, check me out right here. Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together. What? Better now than never. Business before pleasure. Ben Hameen and the fam, who you know do it better. Nobody, infidels. We're the best at this shit. Everybody trying to parody us on their little podcast, on their over accounts, Westwood One, Podcast One. Fuck that. We're the originators. This is what we do. Bring the truth straight from the locker room. No more do we hide in the shadows. You're here in the light with the conspiracy horsemen. Yalla.
Was I late?
1, 2,
Imagine audio.
Na na.
That is an official. That is an official Biggie Smalls lyric.
Yeah. Man.
Just like Rob Zombie. I think he actually copyrighted. Yeah, that is an official Rob Zombie.
Oh man. Well, good to be here. We're waiting for GGP to do the run-in. There was some old people, they just couldn't sign their mortgage foreclosure fast enough. They don't know how to do electronic signatures. So we had to get a witness and a notary. But he'll be here soon enough, as soon as he puts them out on the streets. But word on the streets today has been crazy. We want to talk Bilderberg tonight, but again, this rapid news cycle hits us so fast, and we've got another one on the Clinton kill list we got to talk about. More UFOs. We got the general neutral messaging system, and then we got to get out early because we're going to go with Vince Russo to talk the AEW WWE conspiracy. So it's going to be a long fucking night for the conspiracy horsemen, you guys. But there's nobody else I would rather have to give the hot tag to than my brothers here. Stevie Richards, Big Salah in the house, three-way dance till the man gets here. Stevie, how you doing, man?
Everything's good. Do you think Pop It On is number one? Do you think it's kind of like the scene from Billy Madison with the IRS guy that goes to his grandma's house? And do you think he's saving his energy for this is like the pre-show for him? He's gonna wait till the actual pay-per-view to kind of come in and give everything he has. So let's not let him talk the entire time. Let's just keep talking and not let him get a word in during it.
He's ready. He's ready to get his shit in. Somebody pissed him off today on Twitter pretty good. He was red hot in the chat. So he's ready to bang, bang. I don't want to steal all his thunder. But the God of Thunder himself is here. Big Salah, rain it down on him, man.
Oh, man. It's starting, man. It's the first time. It's too fucking hot out. It's humid. Don't like it. Don't care for it one bit. Not at all.
You got your topic for breaking sail this week, Stevie.
just annoyed by the shit weather.
The weather.
Just don't want it. Don't like it.
Yeah.
And then you guys are telling me it's fucking cold by you, and you guys are wearing a sweater when you're outside. Go fuck yourselves.
Well, I would have to go outside for that to happen. Don't really do that.
Not too far apart. The cold will get to you soon. Yeah, it's coming down, but it'll push all that sweaty shit out. But yeah, man.
And I'm excited to see GGP get a little fucking angry. I'm waiting for it because he started and he came in. I was like, here we go. Then he said he's going to be late. I said, son of a bitch.
So one thing I wanted to kick off that just as easy fodder, because we said it was on. I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but I did watch the because you got the hat on today, the Antarctica special from Ancient Alien Theory.
Suklos.
Suklos and all the heavy hitters that were on there. But dude, they laid it out almost identical format to our shows of how to intro your audience. Granted, we don't have the ability to bring in the guests that they do who are making $50,000 an episode, that we should be taking those spots. But they did a pretty decent job of, and we heard it's a Nazi base, and there may be Hollow Earth theory. But one of the big things, sorry, before I get into it, did you guys watch it? Did you happen to see it?
I have not seen it. I have it saved. I want to check it out. Go ahead.
Stevie, did you see it?
No,
or no?
I didn't see it, but I assume anytime I see anything like that, I always think I'm going to watch it for an hour or two, and at the end they say, "But we may never know." And it's like, I just fucking watched this whole thing.
Wow,
but we may never know.
We just got a mega cheer from MH Freedom, Mike Hawes, 5,000 bits.
God
bits
damn.
rated in. We appreciate it. Yeah, the whole Twitch interface lit up saying Mike Hawes is over as fuck. You better put him over or else you never know. But Bumps and Bruises coming on strong. GGP will be there. Big name talents I heard going to be at Bumps and Bruises. So you guys like beer, you like wrestling, you're out West Coast, get a hold of Mike Hawes, you guys, in the chat room now. Top bit cheer. If anybody can out cheer 5,000 bits, I'll bless you. The thing that really stuck out to me is they put over in 2015, there was a big measure from a satellite of
fuck me.
What's that?
Geppetto
Wow.
just mega
Geppetto
cheered
says,
10,000 bits.
Get these
Holy
nuts,
shit.
10,000 bits.
Well, let's
Maybe
not forget
we'll
about
get
Greg
our-
Mosier. He also cheered bits as well.
And
Don't
Citizen
forget about
Slim
Moses.
threw down a Hondo, and god damn it, boys. What's that?
Appreciate you, fellas.
So wait a minute. Are you guys saying that you'll do this every time Papa Don's late? Is that what's happening?
Because we'll kick them off.
I think our record cheers were last time when Papa Don wasn't on the show, remember?
Yeah.
Where's Armand to fucking revel in this? You
Yeah, right.
guys are missing it.
Where's Frankie Zero to fix your AC?
Oh shit.
But I think they're called neutrinos. I think that's what they call them.
They're from the Ninja Turtles. That's right.
We are being bombarded with them in some radio frequency level, that's not that invasive coming from outer space. They said in Antarctica that they were being emitted at a huge rate, and not from the North Pole, but just from there. And they were being measured. They had no reason why, except for the fact, and they hinted around it without saying it, that they showed that what looks like the man-made or alien opening that you could fly a ship in, the triangle one that we've looked at before, but they were emitting from there like there's a sun inside of a hollow earth, that a sun, they alluded to the fact that only neutrinos like this are seen from a star or sun source. And then they didn't fucking say, maybe there's an alien race inside the earth and a hollow earth that has created their own sun because they know how to power planets. And that's what's emitting these. They walked away from that postulate altogether.
So allow me to tell you, I saw Godzilla this weekend. Okay. And I audibly yelled when, what's his name? Actually, remember we talked about Billy Madison?
Yeah.
Eric from Billy Madison?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I would like a Trisket. That guy, he was in the movie. Bradley, what's his name? He was in the fucking movie. And he was talking about, because Antarctica, Monster Zero is from fucking Antarctica. Okay. They had him buried down there.
He's the main deal.
Yeah. And they brought, I'm not going to get into it, but then he started talking about his hollow earth theory. So as soon as he brought it, he goes, see, I fucking knew it. Hollow earth theory. And I went, oh shit. And they threw out in Godzilla, in the new movie. So they put over that Antarctica was the spot where Monster Zero was placed, where he froze, and then that hollow earth was now going to take them through. That's how they got around the planet. They got to travel through the hollow earth, through the tunnels, through the systems.
Did they pay a toll?
Well, no, because it's underground.
They did put over the new pyramids that are being exposed, though, too. I was surprised at that. And they had two guys who were stooges who worked there 2004, 2005 on an expedition, who were just relay guys taken from kind of the coast when the ships would roll up to fly supplies inland. And they said this team that was there, they were scheduled to make the drop. They said they would be there. They came into camp. Nobody was there. Everybody was missing. They came back the next day, still not there. Gone for a week. They figured most of them had us or something, right? Whatever. And they called them and said,
Is this
we're
the
back.
fucking Shane Douglas podcast? For Christ's sake, stop doing the chips.
And then he fucking went back and got them. They ran from their tents to get on the airplane. The dudes had to load all their shit, and they were all in shock, and nobody said anything about what they saw. But then the other stooge from the military who was on those whatever freight or cargo freights said that 4 or 5 times they came up on a grouping of 5 UFOs flying from those pyramid tops and other mountain tops, like they were scanning for something, and then they just go hyperspeed to the next one, like shoot right over, no gradual, like they just be hovering, zip, and then the other ones would follow it that way. So
they didn't grab a hold; they just went high spot to high spot.
Pretty much, and they couldn't keep up at the steady clip they were even flying at by any means. Wow, got to say, guys, before I know you got a big tonight, but Geppetto 10,000 bits, Mike Hawes with 10,000 bits, Citizen Slim 200, and everybody else kicking in what they can. That's just real humbling, guys. We appreciate that kind of support, and I want to say, so you know what goes on. I do split everything up equally, usually between Horsemen and all of our podcasting hosts and producers, and usually it goes to Amazon cards for them to do what they want to do, or we PayPal each other, whatever need be. So don't think that we're not trying to keep open books here, and that your money isn't going across all platforms, and it's not just going in the Horseman's pocket, because everybody works their ass off here and deserves to be taken care of as much as they can. And
I even buy Chuck beer when he comes over.
There you go.
Chuckles?
Yeah.
You're going to have to get him some tissues, too. But we got enough bits to do it now, man. But those were the two interesting things from that alien thing. The neutrinos thing that suggested Hollow Earth really strongly. They also put over the Nazi base without really putting it over strong. And then that Stooge report of seeing those ships, but he put over that he saw like a swastika weird symbol too. So that begs the question, did the Nazis escape? Is there a Hollow Earth civilization from Atlantis, and are they working together possibly? And whatever we see UFOs, maybe it's not from outer space. Maybe it is from inner Earth, and everything that we've seen as UFOs is from this civilization in Antarctica.
Do you think that's how they got to Argentina so quick? Do you think they fast traveled through the Hollow Earth?
Maybe.
Because you have to think that ships were on the lookout for them to be able to escape and get out of there.
You can stay in a U-boat for months.
Exactly. So I was going to say the U-boats were made for that shit. So and who knows? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I heard Hitler had a multi-pass, but
multi-pass. Well, that's even that. What if it's, in the Hollow Earth there are water channels as well? You know what I mean?
They put that over that they said there were, caverns where you could go in and it'd be 72 degrees. It would measure 72 degrees after you'd come up underneath these ice walls and whatnot to get in there. And that was, remember when we did one of these shows on Antarctica, like a Google map where you zoomed in and it looked like a garden?
Yeah, remember where the lizards are, man. It's where the reptilians stay in that bubble, in the terrariums, basically.
It's just strange that there's measurable things from military sources who are now stooging. And this in the same week where we got all the UFO stooge report, very calculated timeline-wise by an Operation Mockingbird media that's completely PSYOP controlled. Stevie?
Yeah, I don't know what I saw that it's funny about the guy who is in Godzilla, was also in West Wing, who basically they gave away the fact that the map itself is a work with the size of the country. So why does this guy keep kind of popping up with these supposed conspiracy theories? I would want to see what other stuff he's been in besides Billy Madison, which is awesome. But has he been in something that's been trying to kind of hide in plain sight with the truth?
Well, I think if you're not a struggling actor, but an actor who wants to keep his career going, and you're given the chance to be, hey, you be our guy and be our disinformation artist, we'll make sure you have a career. And
Bradley Whitfield, I think his name is.
That's his name. Yeah, he's been a successful character actor for decades, so maybe that's his spot that they gave him.
He plays a little fucking punk all the time.
Yeah, what the fuck's he care? It's acting.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
Payday.
Right. Did you get to see that GGP, the Ancient Aliens Antarctica, by any chance, or no?
No, I wanted to, but I missed it. I had my own little monsters running around in the house, not being able to let me watch TV. So, once I put them to bed, I'm trying to catch up on Doom Patrol. I'm trying to catch so I can start watching Swamp Thing on the DC network. And I just haven't had no time. I've been passing out like an old geezer.
And plus, apparently, he's come straight from shooting Boogie Nights 2 with that tank top on. What's going on?
Yeah.
Talking about it's a tank top. Dude, I'm in my house.
Susan Smith needed a break from her kids. She seemed to take the initiative.
Oh.
But I was just laying out.
Speaking about breaking initiative, how did you get that glass? Did it come?
No, that was a whole story within itself yesterday. No, it's got to take at least a week. I actually put a blanket over the front. I still use it. I got a new sauna, everybody, but it came with the glass damaged, and then just miscommunication with the guy from the sauna company about the part and everything. So now the whole part, it's just.
Why he was talking about your part and you were talking about a part?
No, he was very funny. He was talking about just his communication. Put it this way, I've probably spent, you know how much I love talking on the phone. Outside of breaking cell, I really don't like talking on the phone. I've probably spent a combined 5 hours on the phone with him in 3 different conversations.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, I just say when we're on.
Does he not speak English?
Well, he does. I think he doesn't have CTE. It might be something else. Because he tells the same story. And I just try, yesterday when it happened, there was 1 million pieces on the floor. And the animals are running around, and my wife is coming home with 10 minutes. And I said, I really have to go. And he would just keep talking. So 45 minutes later, I'm like, dude, I have to fucking go. I got to clean this up.
You gotta start learning. You gotta and then just hang up the phone.
He's like, yo, this glass just popped all over. Back in my day, kid, you want to know about a pop? Stevie, I'll tell you about a pop. They were hanging from the rafters.
Are you in the business? No.
Nice enough guy.
You're from Atlanta.
Nice enough guy and everything, but it was a rough day yesterday. Like we talked about in the beginning, there must be something going on with 5G or microwaves or the whatever firing up HARP or something that's making everybody just kind of fucking, a little bit edgy.
Something is. What's going on in the chat room in your lives, you guys? Your bosses, your wives, husbands, kids, whoever, bus driver, been just kind of a prick in the last 48 hours, more than normal, I guess? Like, it feels like there's some bad mojo in the air, and we're wondering if it's a little psyop experiment. Maybe
you want bad mojo? You want some bad mojo? I'll give you some fucking bad mojo.
Is that right?
Here we go.
We appreciated those bits.
Tito's coming through. Hold my fucking beer, please.
Yeah.
To all you fans out there, know your fucking role, which means this. You're not our friend. Some of you guys out there are our friends because we have a personal relationship outside of the chat room and Twitterverse or whatever the case may be. But when we reach out to guests or we throw a tweet out to an individual to come on the show, to make the show better, to build a brand, and then you knuckleheads, you dumb motherfuckers, all like to jump on the fucking tweet and start throwing inside jokes, it makes us look like we're a Bush League operation and these people are not going to come on the show. So, case in point, I reached out to Mike Tyson today. Yes, that Mike Tyson, because he just did an interview where they quoted him in an article about the Clinton body count and how the Clinton family are the biggest criminal family in the history of the United States, possibly the world. These were his own words that were quoted in an article. So I reached out to him to come onto our show. And lo and behold, some dumbass decides to respond to the tweet. Don't do it because Stevie has a shill about flat earth and this one and that one and all these stupid reasons made us look very Bush League. And you know what? I'm not going to say this guy's name because I don't remember the guy's Twitter handle and I don't feel like looking at my phone. But he's not the only one guilty of it. Armand, you're guilty of it too, you dumb fuck. When we're reaching out there to people, don't fucking joke around. You guys want to joke around with us when we have the shows on live and you guys in the chat room? Cool. When we don't have a guest on, cool. We're all one big happy family. We could joke with each other, no problem. But when we're trying to conduct business on a social platform, know your fucking role and shut your fucking mouth because you're fucking it up for the rest of us. Now, if you guys want us to be a small-time fucking podcast and you guys are happy with your corporate chills that you guys are complaining about, then continue to act like assholes. If not, and you want us to grow to the point where we can make a difference, and you guys can say you were part of that difference and actually give meaning to your meaningless fucking lives, and you guys can move out of your mother's basements finally into a studio apartment because you fucking built up the confidence to fucking finally get laid and ask a girl out because of the Horsemen, you know what? It'll be because you knew your fucking role. Thank you for listening, and this public service announcement has been brought to you by GGP, a.k.a. the one who tells it how it is, and if you don't like it, fuck off. Thank you.
Yeah, baby. Can't disagree. It's my tag team partner. I'll back him up to the end right there, man.
Wait, Kong is in the room?
There's a time when people get too comfortable in the locker room, and this is our locker room here, and yeah, we can bust balls and do what we want to on that, but when it's open space and you fucking think you're over, as Rip Rogers will fucking tell you, you ain't over. And you just got fucking found out on right there, because that's the thing. Whether it's Russo brand members who have these parody accounts and they fucking want to hide behind them and act like they're in the fucking briz and whatever, they think this or that. You're not. Appreciate all your support, like entertaining you, but you're not. At the end of the day, you're not one of us, and you didn't pay the fucking dues to do that, so you don't get the respect. And if you did pay the dues, you would know what the fuck to do, which is exactly what he's telling you. Shut the fuck up and stay small, or retweet so it catches more heat and more fire that way. But instead, you want to go into biz for yourself, and nobody knows who the fuck you are, and you just end up looking like a fucking touch hole, and now you're on the shit list with the Horsemen. If that's what you want out of life, instead of fucking getting over, congratulations. You're a fucking pro at it.
We said it last night on... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say, last night, my co-host on the New Force Order podcast went off, same tirade, because this fucking cunt, some SJW fucking chick that works over at Ubisoft that makes video games, was complaining that the new Jedi Fallen Order video game, she goes, oh, another main protagonist who's a white male. Oh, how original.
Giant cock.
Meanwhile, the whole fucking Star Wars franchise will build on strong women. The new franchise is centered around Rey, the main character who's a woman, and the girl in the video game who teaches this fucking guy to stay low and not get caught by the Empire, so it's his, I guess, master, is a woman. But she needs to go on a soapbox and fuck it up for everyone else. That's why Episode 8 came out fucked up. That's why Solo didn't make any money, because all you fucking libtards and SJWs out there decided to fucking act like little children throwing a fucking little rant in the middle of the toy section of the fucking supermarket because your mom didn't buy you the fucking action figure with the kung fu grip because you want that toy and you want it now, and I'm not going to get up and scream and yell about it. Well, you're not doing any justice to anybody, and you're not being social. All you're being is fucking retarded. And yeah, I said the word. Big fucking deal. You don't like it? Go listen to some other fucking shill. Anyhow, sorry.
No, y'all, I wanted to get back real quick because
fuck Greedo, Papa Don shot first. Pew, pew.
That's right. Mike Tyson, Hillary Clinton is America's most prolific serial killer. So that'll kill any chance of him getting on the show when that gets back to him. Hillary Clinton is part of a crime family that's left a trail of dozens of dead bodies in a bloodthirsty pursuit of power, according to Mike Tyson, who told an audience in Las Vegas. Hillary is America's most prolific serial killer, bar none. Manson family ain't got nothing compared to Clinton family, Tyson said. Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, please, that's kiddie stuff, Tyson said, pointing out the Manson family murdered 4 people while Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy accounted for 35 and 33, respectively. According to the 51-year-old former heavyweight champion who was warming up for the next leg of his Undisputed Truth 2 speaking tour with a small show in Las Vegas, these death tallies pale in comparison to the number of victims who have met their maker at the hands of Hillary Clinton. I'm not going to do the voice, but these are more quotes. She murdered her very good friend, Mr. Vince Foster. She deliberately, on purpose, let Ambassador Chris Stevens and 3 other Americans die in Benghazi. I got it. Benghazi. Do you know how many of her personal bodyguards have died of deaths in a premature nature? 12. 12 young men in close proximity to the Clintons have died premature. This information is all out there. You can look it up for yourself. All these bodyguards are indeed... Sorry?
Her housekeeper died.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
Stuff the body. Remember they stuffed the body down the fucking chute?
Well, no, that was the her head housekeeper was killed too.
That was a campaign person that got stuffed down the chute in New York City.
Stuffed down the incinerator. Yeah.
My bad, guys. All these bodyguards are indeed dead, and it might all just be a tragic coincidence. But I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be on their list of associates, Tyson said, before encouraging audience members to Google, quote, strange deaths surrounding Clintons, which I doubt on Google that'll come up anything. Keep going on the quote. People in 100 years from now are going to look back at us and scratch their heads saying, really, guys? Really? You couldn't see what was going on right before your eyes? How many more witnesses do we need to commit suicide by 2 bullets to the back of the head just before they're about to testify against the Clintons before we start to say, hey, something here sure smells fishy, end quote. Accusing Hillary Clinton of getting literally away with murder, Tyson said, sad but true thing is we'll never get justice for her. We the people will never see justice served. She's above the law of the land. While the former heavyweight boxing champion largely steers clear of politics in his live shows, the Clinton remarks are not the first time he's waded into what he calls that murky world. In October 2015, he became one of the first celebrities to endorse Donald Trump for president. Iron Mike is currently ironing out kinks in his no-holds-barred one-man live show, honing his material on small crowds in Vegas before hitting the road again for the second leg of his Undisputed Truth tour.
You better hurry up and buy your ticket before he gets killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question: what was Bill Clinton's rebuttal?
Well, Mike, you're not wrong. She's a crazy bitch. I'm scared of her myself, Mike. I need you to protect me.
Dude, man. Yeah, I like the memes going around where it's just like, I'm just lucky. Just lucky.
I don't know. Dude.
Oh, she's got to have the Dixie Carter voice when she's just trying to fucking defend herself.
Yeah, she switches Southern. Hey, y'all, I like hot sauce. And then she's from New York. Hey, where's my pizza, everybody? Dude, I just want to fucking see her get mauled by a tiger. Like, I would pay top dollar. I would pay AEW pay-per-view prices to see that. Fucking, to follow up there, sorry for so much copy, but GGP's rant is a perfect segue as always, setting me up for the spot to look nice after he does all the legwork.
The Arkansas lady.
Yeah, the Arkansas lady. Mystery surrounding the death of former Arkansas State Senator Linda Collins Smith, age 57, deepens as judge issues gag order on all investigative documents. That's the fucking headline. Now here's bullet points before I get to copy. Linda Collins Smith's body was discovered in her home in Pocahontas Tuesday. Neighbors said they heard gunshots a day or two before Collins Smith was found. Sources said her body had decomposed, which made it difficult to identify. That's fucking weird.
In a day, right? Yeah.
That's
how that happens.
No fucking way. Without putting like hydrochloric acid and shit on it, which is a CIA cleanup job or something. She was married to former circuit court judge Philip Smith, but divorced in 2018. As a state senator, Collins Smith introduced or co-sponsored multiple bills seeking to expand the places where concealed weapons could be carried. Good rib on her then. Collins Smith was also owner and operator of Days Inn and Son in Pocahontas.
That's where Bill Clinton used to go bang the hookers.
Yeah. So she was a Trump supporter and everything. And there is a kind of a QAnon involvement in this. I'm not really sure completely. Sorry?
So of course there is.
Yeah. Because she went on a Q show and was tweeting about Q not long ago, I believe a month ago or in April. So, there's a connection here. Deep State, ex-husband judge. She supposedly has the dirt on going all the way back to Whitewater, Arkansas scandal style. The original Clinton, are they going to be president or not? If you weren't around in the early 90s, that was the first thing where the Republicans tried to do what I believe now is a fake strike back because, as we'll talk later, Bilderberg Group picks the president, so it was all orchestrated. But does she have something now that was even more murders, more Billy Jack Haynes era cocaine murder, what was going on, right? So how fucked is it that we're
listened to that so long,
right? That we're talking about Billy Jack Haynes' murder that he witnessed in, what was it, 85? Something around that era, and now it's 2019, and they're whacking out bitches in their kitchen, rolling them up in a rug, and the body's decomposed in 2 days in a gag order on any evidence or investigation right now. There is some sick deep state.
There's two things.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, two things. One, either that judge is involved somehow with the Clintons on the take, or two, he's boys with the judge that was married to her, and he has something to do about this, and he's covering his boy's tracks. Because she said she was married to a judge and got divorced in 2018, correct?
Yeah, right.
So there you go. Judges stick together. You know, they got the ultimate locker room.
Yeah, and she supposedly has had these classified things. Is there a dead man switch with this, like we saw on some other things in WikiLeaks? People are, especially Russian vids, putting out a lot of things of pointing out that that's suspect in all theater of the absurd as well.
You're stupid for putting up Russian vids. You use him as an example. You're an idiot.
Well,
you're an idiot. Because Twin Towers, I get it. And Vince knew, right? You're an idiot.
I had to go to summer school.
Stupid.
I fucked off.
You're so stupid.
I know.
Such a stupid idiot.
But
idiot, Ben.
I lost 38 pounds on Stevie Richards' fitness.
Well, Stevie Richards is stupid because he believes Russian vids. You're stupid.
Oh, sorry.
Stupid.
I'm still fat, though.
So, anyway, also, guys, by the way, quickly, on my Etsy, you can buy the suicide blanket that I will be selling. You can wrap around yourself, shoot yourself, and decompose in 2 days. So just going to put that out there. You guys can pick that up for $49.99
like
on
you'll be
my
able
Etsy.
to get a nice little bow and a greeting card with it as a bonus, right?
Right. We're going to have the red bands around it just to keep it in, keep the heat
nice
in.
and snug, yeah.
Right.
So 12-week decomposition program coming soon.
12 hours.
12-hour decomposition program.
You'll lose 50 pounds.
Says he's lost 55 pounds. Justin French has, so he must have got the early version. He's been wrapping himself in the decomposition blanket.
You'll be using isometrics as you get fucking lowered into the grave. You'll be stiff as a board.
All of this is such fucking. I can't believe. I listened to all of the Billy Jack shit. So here's the thing. You can't. People will automatically just discredit him because he sounds like a fucking shithouse rat. He sounds as crazy as a shithouse rat. The
chat room popped me with that last one. That just popped me.
Jericho looks like shit from doing DDP yoga. I think he's just eating DDP yogurt. I don't think he's actually doing the yoga.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, but to be fair, sorry, Sal. He did look a lot better at the pay-per-view than he has recently.
I don't know. So. His body looked weird to me. Not bad, but just strange.
Are you like how strange?
Like he was sleeping on a bed of money for 2 months. That kind of strange. Like there's little indentations of $100 bills.
Like where the bands hurt him, like not the red bands, the money bands holding his $100 bill stacks together.
Yeah, it might have been that.
Or maybe he finally didn't have a place to live.
It looked like someone like his torso got pressed out. Like he wasn't fat, but he looked a lot wider and just like strange. Like he's starting to get that old man body is what it really is more than anything.
Maybe just put on some width.
He's the only person in professional wrestling with a lack of sleep that doesn't get games. So I don't know what Chris is doing.
No, a lot of people start talking about that. They talk about dropping LBs and putting on mass. Maybe he just puts on width.
To me, it looked like a dude who was living the Vince Neil rockstar life, put on a shit ton of weight and said, fuck, I got a pay-per-view 90 days to get to. I'm going to drop all the fucking fat, but my body's still not going to be where it is. But you look good enough to remain
like the Vince Neil diet when you fucking lose 155 pounds in one turn.
Right.
And before we get back to what we would probably be in jail and be murdered for, dude, you think after we never really put him over, but this is the one time that Cornette and Russo both would, if you just read a transcript and it didn't have a signature on it and who said it, it would sound like either one of them or any one of us for that matter talking about that pay-per-view, especially the Battle Royal. And it was just like, you're doing the age-old thing instead of a meritocracy or trying to get guys who are going to help the company. It's all about getting your boys paid off, getting them paydays. That's that whole Battle Royal.
Totally.
And for the most part, too, on the show.
Dude, it is high school. It's the cool kids. and what they fucking say goes, even if they're not applying those rules themselves. And it's look one way, and that shit always comes back to bite you in the ass.
You didn't like the Battle Royal?
No, I just think if that's the first thing any casual fan who's not already buying the pay-per-view sees, you see a guy painted yellow, a fat guy painted yellow. You see a guy with no legs laying in the corner. You see a guy in a dinosaur mask. You see stupid spots where people are fucking staple gunning cigarettes to others' heads. That's what I mean. Is that your first fucking impression?
That's what I missed? I missed all this, huh?
I pretty much described the whole Battle Royal.
So better than the Royal Rumble.
The one guy who got over would be the one guy, casual fan, if they didn't turn it off, would have been MJF. That's what a casual fan would be like, holy shit, that guy, I don't like that guy. I want to see him get beat up. But
yeah, he got over big during the belt segment.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Sal, I cut you off because I was sorry.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Let's talk about talking about murder.
We're
talking about Arkansas blanket wrap. So you guys, I've said on the last couple shows, like, is it ridiculous the amount of murder that's just going on in public? Like, it's not some Crips and Blood shit where it's like, oh, 5 o'clock news. This is like the real deal. One, you're connected within 1 degree of separation of these people, and there's a fucking body count list over 50 strong now. 12 of your bodyguards have died because why? Because they probably saw some crazy shit that who saw it? He's got to go. They just were like, once you killed 2 or 3, like, oh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, now they saw it. They got to go. Sorry.
And just to tell you what pieces of shit they are, back in the day when you saw fucking murder and you were with people who killed people and you saw that shit, that made you tighter with them. And they knew you kept your mouth shut.
Right.
And you were in with them. So you were like, fuck, man, we're ride or die guys. You know, that's how it works. I've seen the shit. Now that's just there. That's all gone. That old school mentality of this makes us tighter is fucking gone.
Imagine the first eight bodyguards go and you're 9, 10, 11, and 12 and you're just
right.
Like,
you get the job and it's real cushy, big money, and you're like, this is awesome. And the other guys are like,
no. You took
bitch,
Bill's
take that job at Carl Jr.'s, man. Don't get the fuck out of here.
And again, they're on tour, and I'll pop because Josh, owner of 2CW, like a month or two ago on Kayfabe, went to go see him on tour and got a picture with him, and he posted it like a month later just to fucking pop me, but to rib me. But at the same time, like, dude, all I'm thinking is if I had that, is that time to break out the zip ties and go, this is a citizen's arrest. Like, have everything in fucking place. If they're going to let you get that close to them,
you
pay the $150 for the mark out picture. That's all they're on, is they're on their fucking retirement WrestleCon tour. Mm-hmm. Like, and then it begs the question, is that really her? Is that fucking clone or body double number 7?
Clone.
Yeah. So, like, or the fact, like, fuck it, you're going to get a one chance. I feel if I got in there for the $150 picture, I feel like I could get the neck snap on her. I could get something devastating.
Sharp fork right up in the chin.
I don't even know if I want that. I just want to, get some arm heat, something like shoulder out,
with cancer in it.
Clip the leg. No, I just clip the leg real quick and get my heat. I don't have to kill her. I don't think.
That's stupid. That's a mistake, brother.
I try. I just want it to look good. Stevie,
I bet you took her out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I bet you if you killed her,
brother,
Bill would cover for you. See?
Like, she went rabid. She attacked him. I saw.
She went rabid. Stevie, what would you hit on her? Stevie kick or something stronger?
Dude, I'd have to see. This is I have a feeling, and this is just kind of this is pure speculation, sort of like our fun fucking conspiracies. But it wouldn't be fun if, like, I think this bitch got some fucking supernatural witch type fucking shit going on. So, like, even if I shot her, like, I think somebody fucking literally shot her in the head and she just fucking, like, stiff as a board, popped up, so standing,
T-1000 just fucking morph back together.
Yeah.
I could see her fucking tossing people. Like, I wouldn't doubt it if she was the one that fucking just killed these people, drank their fucking blood to stay young, whatever other shit. I know it sounds...
She's the new Terminator.
It sounds insane. It sounds fucking insane, but we are almost up to 1 to 2 degrees of separation from the Clintons. We are almost up to 200 people in the past, like, 30 to 40 years. That's fucking insane.
She's just lucky.
And we keep hearing they're expanding Gitmo. They're expanding for them to come. Well, let's fucking drop the hammer. If they're on the world tour, bro, I'll fucking throw her in a key lock and drag her.
Dude, that's what I think. I think she's just fucking some kind of all-powerful fucking altered beast that they can't, like, they're just trying to figure out a way to fucking sneak up on her. But dude, I'll go put it this way. If one of us, or maybe a combination of us, say a TJ Maxx I'll just use myself. Say TJ Maxx got robbed like 2 or 3 times and the guy had a ponytail. You don't think they're fucking questioning me after the first couple times, even though, like, it could have been a white guy, black guy, Asian guy, whatever. Could have been 6'5", 5'11", but they're going to fucking keep their eye on me. This stuff is like
TJ Maxx.
Yeah, to be fair, the fact that you mentioned TJ Maxx, I was like, wait, what?
Well, there's a lot of crime at TJ Maxx here in Smyrna.
I knew that was very specific. As soon as they fucking sold for TJ Maxx, they were both loading up. It didn't matter what the story was going to fucking happen.
Very specific.
TJ Maxx, fuck you, was coming. I mean,
weird. I know if I go to Kohl's.
I know if I buy a sauna and the glass is fucking shattered.
Okay, that's better.
Maybe Hillary was hoping that you'd be in it, so it'd shatter on you and take you out.
Right, and then, oh my God, the glass shattered and he hung himself. Yeah. It was the craziest thing I've ever
tempered
seen.
glass would break something to pieces about a centimeter. Somehow a big shard cut my throat.
And he was cut to ribbons by bullets. It was crazy.
But I'm just saying, these fucking people, dude, are like, this is well beyond we talk. What is this? Our 3rd or 4th time talking about the Clinton body count, and it's literally dozens more than the last time we talked about it.
We've talked about Foster. We've talked about Seth Rich. We talked about what was a dude whose engine got blown out of his car there.
Mike Hastings, I think.
Knight.
Hastings. Like, we've talked about Benghazi, and we haven't even really named names on the 12 the bodyguards, dude. If 12 of our boys that we worked indies with showed up dead, like, they're coming to us. Like, not even the rest of them. They are. There's no way. So will we ever get to this point? Is Mike Tyson, in his infinite wisdom and knowing this upper elite power that definitely he wanted to be a part of at one time?
Could you ever imagine in your life, in one sentence, saying the word Mike Tyson and infinite wisdom at the same time?
Infinite wisdom.
His good decisions that he makes.
He's trying to stooge it off.
You ask people who, especially people.
I just got to interrupt real quick. And how interesting that he didn't fucking put any of this over on Rogan's podcast. Go ahead, Sally.
Well, but to be fair, like, now this, if you ask people who all say, "Oh, the Clinton kill list," and they all say the same thing, I'm not even kidding you. People have said that's complete bullshit, and you're like, how is that bullshit? Then you turn around and you say, let me ask you a question. On your fucking Facebook, how many people do you know? So people go, oh, I have 200 people on my Facebook. I go, right. How many of those people do you know? And then you bust it down. Even if you break it down to 100 people, you're like, right, now imagine all of them killing themselves tomorrow. How are you going to say that that's how it works? How are you going to say that's bullshit?
How are they not coming for you?
Right. How are they not looking at you going, you're the only motherfucker who lived?
You're the boss. If you're a boss owning a company, your employees are all fucking dying left and right.
That's what that is.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing. Like if you look at every fucking horror movie where the secret boss is a vampire and he's draining every employee who comes in. Elizabeth Bathory, back in all those fucking years, all those maids and all those women and all those guys who disappeared. Even back then, before forensic, before CSI, before any of this shit, they went, fuck that chick in the castle keeps getting people and they keep disappearing. Weird. This is before college. This is before fucking degrees came out. This is before cybersecurity, and they still figured that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, and we have, and the whole truth-seeking community has, but it is interesting that Mike Tyson, he put up a decent point there saying people 100 years from now are going to look back at us and go, look at these fucking retards. They had Dracula right there, the new fucking version of it, and they didn't do fuck all because they're too worried about this, that, and the other, man. Like,
they had the big evil and they let it go.
GGP, will we get this cunt in Gitmo in an orange jumpsuit, sweating her fucking old
Listen, on my wettest dreams, well, I would love to see her locked up in an orange jumpsuit in Gitmo, getting what she deserves. And that's not the shocker from Stevie. I'm being dead serious now because coincidental body.
She deserves to get out of bed every day and get a fucking snap DDT on the concrete. Bang. That's how she fucking wakes up every day.
I feel bad for the concrete. She alone, okay, just forget about the kill list. She was caught destroying evidence with hammers. She was caught erasing servers when she was subpoenaed to bring it in.
Fire in the bar.
Blitz fight.
Fire gimmick.
And then on top, the fire gimmick at her home. But also, Comey comes on TV, cuts a 15-minute promo. For fucking God's sakes, for the first 12, 10 minutes, whatever, he's saying, she did this, she did this, she did this, she did this. Not allegedly, not possibly, she may have. She did. And in the last 4 or 5 minutes, him biting his nails, hoping he doesn't get shot from a sniper. We feel she didn't do it intentionally. She didn't do it maliciously, so there's no reason to prosecute her. What the fuck? I mean, how stupid as a civilization
Them's the rules.
Yeah, that's the rules. You think she doesn't do it? She didn't do it maliciously. She's just like, oh, it's spring cleaning time. I got to clean out my inbox. 33,000 emails and then with Podesta and all. It's just like,
too many friend requests. Got to clear it up on Facebook.
Oh my God, dude. And here we are. You think it would slow down, and the murder is more and more brazen. Like, if you have the fucking CIA spooks to come and fucking kill somebody in their home who's an ex-senator, and you're gonna wrap them in a blanket, wouldn't you fucking do the rest of the job and fucking put them in the 50-gallon drum with the hydrochloric acid, dissolve the fucking body, dump it in the fucking swamp so no one can find it? Like,
no, Stax fell asleep at the getaway car, dude.
Like, they're pulling the high-level killings, but they're leaving a fucking breadcrumb trail that a blind kid could fucking find.
Helen Keller was alive. She would say, that bitch is guilty.
Guilty.
Yeah. Here's something we should keep an eye on. The ex-husband, does he get a promotion? Or does he end up, something too, where it's like, oh, he was so distraught over his ex-wife's death, he killed himself.
He drank himself to death and shot himself 11 times. Well,
on the back of the head.
I just keep thinking over and over. It's right there. It's so plain sight. It's so wide open. And if you were to watch a show, like you watch what's the thing with Kerry Washington, Scandal, right? They take all their stories, and they've admitted this. They take every story they have from real Washington news, and then they spin it and they make it into a drama. And they start talking about the torture room underneath the White House. You know, the special fucking torture room and the Kayfabe tunnels, the JFK tunnels, and all that other horse shit.
I got some goodies for you guys that we'll have to talk off air. Legit shit. Anyhow, sorry.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, all this shit's going on, and they have all this stuff. It's wide. It's right in the open. And because there'll never be evidence. All evidence disappears. All evidence walks away. All evidence is discredited enough for fucking Nancy Brown to go, well, Hillary wouldn't do that.
I'm with her.
Why would Hillary do that? Why would Hillary do it? And it doesn't make sense.
I want you to pretend. I want you almost to go on an undercover sting now to Chappaqua, New York, and Westchester, and all that, and pretend you're like you're a super effeminate gay man who's a undying Hillary supporter at all costs, and you infiltrate her group of biggest donors. I think that's your next character, Sal.
Fair enough. I just honestly, I don't get it. How long would that last for? Like, seriously, how long could I possibly last in that,
commit
in
to
that
the
room?
bits. You got to commit.
For that room, just to walk into that room for the first time, and just how long do I got?
That'd be the ultimate
Yeah,
break.
but you could
35 seconds.
Yeah, but then, no, you could play all the roles. You could play the Saudi guy giving her the fat envelope. You know what I mean? You can play Hillary. I'm for women's rights. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's an envelope. Here. Oh, thanks. Oh, why is it stained in red? Oh, we killed 11-year-old virgins. Oh, okay, no problem.
Anything else, Stevie, to add on this unfortunate? Here's one thing that in the copy, her untimely death. I was like, untimely death is what you fucking say when somebody dies in a car accident.
Right. Not
when you fucking get murdered in your kitchen, wrapped in a rug, and left in whatever they put on you decomposing over 2 days. And then that headline's really fucking with me. Judge orders the gag order on anything getting out here, man. That's some high-level shit where somebody is covering up and it's blatant and it's in the headline and they're telling you that, but the Nancy Browns are never going to fucking extract that out of there.
Well, let's go on the other side of it, too. The people that are always defending Trump. And, one of them is Dr. Jan to some point of be patient. Be patient. It's the long game. It's this and that. Like, come on, man. People are getting fucking killed. You got to stop these motherfuckers. Like, let's just, he has trust Trump. He's got a plan. I don't buy that shit for a minute. I don't buy the shit with the Q saying, let's just wait. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Slow burn.
Yeah, what's slow burn? I mean, if the people at Q, if their family starts getting fucking murdered or Trump's family starts getting murdered, they still going to play that long game?
Did you guys get that today, that supposedly a QAnon top person that was going to be on InfoWars today?
How do they know?
I only got the...
I'm a top person from QAnon.
I only got BRV.
So are you. Come on.
BRV's his Q episode is coming out.
Are these people actually...
You know what they're going to say?
Do they have names attached to them, or are they all anonymous?
I'm not sure. So I don't know if somebody reached out behind the scenes, they vetted them and said, yeah, you're this fucking person. We get it.
What do you have to say? No. It's you.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm interested to see Billy Ray Valentine's Infinite Fringe on this too, to kind of lined up correspondence-wise how it gets broken down. But it's definitely something to keep an eye on with this murder. Will this be, and we say this every fucking murder they do, will this be the one that fucking, the straw that breaks the camel's back, the cracks the egg, the whatever the fuck analogy you want, where this cunt finally is tied to some shit where I don't even care at this point. Let's go to Haiti. Let's go to the child trafficking. Let's go to the Clinton Foundation money. Her fucking daughter's $1 million wedding that was fucking all laundered money.
And some of her bodyguards got killed too. Chelsea's.
Might as well.
And let's not forget about the supposed
being the worst bodyguards of all time, where you can guard everybody else, but you can't defend your own.
You die immediately.
Yeah, you don't die in the line of duty bodyguarding someone. You just fucking die murdered.
You're given the red turtleneck and out you go.
What about the supposed video that the New York police still have that made them throw up and cry with her and Uman Abedin in the kid's face? And I mean, that shit doesn't just get made up, dude. And even if it does to some degree get traction on the internet and people if it was us, it was like, oh, these guys are fucking cutting kids' faces up and there's a fucking video out there. You don't think they're going to at least pull us in and ask us?
Were you at TJ Maxx this night?
That's where I do the, yeah.
That's where he does the fucking murders.
In the dressing room.
I actually
put it in your face.
I want to, let me try this on. Let me go try this on.
I get my stuff at Goodwill, so you can tease me about that.
I'm going to have to start getting a GoFundMe page to keep paying for my new iPhones, because every time I fill them up, I just hit them with hammers and bleach.
Yeah,
I thought we said we're gonna get a GoFundMe page for a camera. I was like, nah, that didn't work the first time.
Yeah, that didn't work the first time.
So after tonight's bits, how about we'll donate the next whole Twitch payout to the Nikon 900 camera?
I'm down for it. I've done it. I've given my portion to Stevie for his camera.
Yeah,
I want to see it happen.
I gave it back to you though. I think right.
The payment comes in next month.
But that's Stevie. That's not relevant.
That's a team fucking thing. You're going to be up 1 hour of sleep. You're going to be so jacked from getting no sleep, and you'll be up all night.
AEW. That's the only. Yeah, it's not effective there.
And take me with you.
So I don't mind that. Fuck that.
All right. Thank
Hey,
you.
we're gonna get the money for the camera, but we're gonna go over to Stevie's house. Hey, Stevie, your son or daughter has all this gold lace on it. What is it?
Wow.
Oh, nothing.
You know what's fucked
He's
up
gonna
thing
have
is,
one of those.
I'm gonna catch something. I'm gonna see something in
AIDS?
one of the, because it's gonna be no AIDS. No, that's a whole nother fucking Facebook post that
What
pissed.
the fuck was that, dude?
We gotta get to that in a second. Let me finish my thought. I'm gonna for this whole thing, I'm gonna put up a YouTube channel. I'm gonna do all this stuff. I'm gonna have pictures and videos and stuff like that for people to see this stuff. I'm gonna catch something like a fucking base on the moon or something, and YouTube's gonna shut me down, which is another segue for Ben, because I know we have another rant on that. But what the fuck was that Facebook update, man? What was that?
So this girl, I mean, I haven't worked with her. I haven't worked any shows with her. But
What's her name?
God damn it! 1 second.
Something Rose? Not Ruby.
Yeah.
Rose.
Bring it up. She's a manager in the Northeast, and she got over because she was on Raw and she had some some sign like "I'll suck Seth Rollins' cock" or something like that. I can't remember what the fuck.
Oh,
it
was she the one? Was she the one that says Finn face fuck me or whatever?
Yeah, Finn face fuck me or whatever it was right there. So she got over on the indies, and she must have been doing Stevie Richards Fitness because she's lost about 30, 40 pounds. Even though I liked her a little thicker, she had great big gimmicks on her.
Might have to do it her post actually.
But she is into porn too. Like that's her other side. So she does the whole whore gimmick, and like that's as a manager and whatnot. And I'm down with that. What's that?
Is it a gimmick?
No, it's not. She shoots porn. She's half whore. I'm sure she'd fucking
What's
own
this
up
chick?
to it. What's that?
Who is this?
Scuba Steve.
What the fuck is her name?
Felicia Rose.
Felicia
Come on,
Rose. And,
Oh,
and
wait, Felicia Rose. Isn't she from fucking? Hang on, it's Felicia Rose.
I was only kidding. That's really her name.
No, Felicia Rose is from Sleepaway Camp.
it's something
Camp.
like that.
You mean
What-
band camp? That one time in band camp?
Does it have it on that? Yeah, Felicia Rose. That's her fucking worker name.
Is it really?
Shit. She stole that fucking name from the chick from Sleepaway Camp. She's gonna be happy about that.
So, and I was actually scheduled to work a program with her in this one indie that got canceled, but who knows, we might down the road. And I've seen her stuff. I like her work. She's hot and it's sexy in a time of SJW shit. I like that she's doing something fucking controversial a little bit when everybody else is trying to be a fucking asshole, empowered, whatever the fuck they want to be. But she puts out on her at Felicia Rose, call to all wrestlers. If you've truly educated yourself, there's a huge chance you're comfortable wrestling someone that is undetectable HIV positive. If you're one of these wrestlers, please RT or post, use hashtag I will wrestle you equals you. Let's fight to erase the stigma. Okay.
No,
Time out.
This
Wait,
is-
hang on.
this
Time
is
out.
what-
Time out. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Stop
Go
this
ahead.
for a second. But, so is this from Steve? You sent this? You sent this?
What's that?
The
The Marty Jannetty post?
Marty Jannetty, what?
Let's talk about like with this randomness of just why are you just tweeting out or putting a Facebook post? Well, I think it was Twitter of just saying, oh, by the way, don't judge people that are like what's undetectably HIV positive. Like, okay, cool. Maybe I won't step in the ring with people who fucking killed all the people on the Clinton
What
kill
the
list,
fuck?
but can't detect
drink,
it.
smoke a little plant, possibly throw up a little powder. What? What's happening?
You got to get to the sex counselor part.
That's what I'm saying. Everything is going nuts, man, right now. So, like, I'm not trying to shit on Felicia Rose, one of our sisters doing our thing, but like to put that out there, and she puts out a picture with Sonny Kiss, and, after he takes all the heat from fucking the bullshit of the weekend where they want to fucking do whatever with Cornette and da-da-da-da. But,
What happened?
Cornette buried Sonny Kiss, and then the SJWs come out of the fucking woodwork to.
What do you say about Sunny Kiss?
I can't even remember the.
No,
fucking-
his thing with Cornette, and I'm not going to defend him, but when he did the review of I think I sent you the thing. He reviewed Double or Nothing, and the battle royal that Sonny Kiss was in. He basically said he just got off like his day job doing like the tranny act, but at the same time he said, why does he dress that way? What's his story? They did not explain anything. So, and around it, the first part you can ignore, but the second part is very valid. Like, there was no story to who these people were and why they were that way. You
And
just
you want-
expect everybody to know who they were.
yeah, they're indie darlings, and you want to put over your SJW agenda, okay. But if you're not going to give any backstory, you're just going to send out somebody who's doing flamboyant, put my ass in your face spot, and you want respect as a gay man, woman, transgender, whatever you want, but you're doing the worst stereotype in wrestling to represent that, but you want the respect of somebody who should be like a Darren Young, who just looks like a John Cena, wrestles awesome, and is queer, and that's all there is to it. There's no like suck my dick spots and grinding on your forearm in the corner shit like the Adrian Adonis stuff or the Rico stuff. But you want it both ways, where you play the worst part of the stereotype, but you want the fucking respect of, I'm just a common man. Well, you can't have it both ways. And now, with a post like this is where the SJW pendulum swings so fucking far out that we start to accept the strange and trying to make the unacceptable. How far can we push our own moral code and hold two different opposing thoughts that we know one's right and one's wrong in our head, but we'll still argue them both out to the bitter end in that fact. No, if someone has HIV and they're getting in the ring and know they're possibly going to infect somebody else, it's not on me to be like, oh, I don't have any gay phobias. It's on them to go, I have fucking HIV and I'm not going to risk anybody in this industry, their life or anything like that. I have to fucking feel bad like I'm victimizing somebody. Get your fucking heads right, kids. This shit ends this year. Because this fucking pendulum is so far out there that now you've got people who couldn't win a fucking medal in a men's sport for 20 years now placing first place in women's fucking track and field sports because they fucking grew their hair out, got some extensions, and identify as a woman now. So you're not fucking pulling the wool over any worker's eyes, especially if you're a green indie worker like you, Felicia, I'm sorry, to try and fucking push some agenda to get some clickbait shit. Your head's in the wrong place. I see what your argument is, but it's fucked from the jump. And anybody who would risk the rest of the locker room's health for that is a motherfucker who shouldn't be in our business from the get-go.
If you have HIV and you don't tell people about it, and you're going into into the ring with whether you're a woman or a man, and bodily fluids, sweat gets exchanged, blood may get spilled onto one another, and you don't let that other person know, then you're a cocksucker because you're being very irresponsible and it's not right to the other person. Case in point, it's very disrespectful. It's like taking liberties with your opponent in the ring because you can, and you know the person's not going to do anything about it. It's just uncalled for. Now, aside from that, just so we separate the two, Sonny Kiss, I know Sonny. Sonny's a friend of mine. Good dude, good wrestler. And I understand where you guys are coming from. They didn't explain his character, but he's always been that flamboyant guy. That has been his character.
I like the.
No, they need to explain to get him over.
I know. Yeah. I'm explaining to the fans so they don't go on the interwebs and say, "Oh, the Horsemen were talking shit about this one and that one," because we're not. Sonny Kiss is very fucking talented. One of the most talented people I've seen work a gimmick to the point where, even though it's stereotypical to a certain extent, it gets over and is still entertaining.
Yeah, who the fuck are we, dude? He does the Italian one, you do the Greek one, I'm the fucking terrorist. Like, it's not like we're not working extreme gimmicks to the fucking point of parody almost of ourselves. We absolutely are. So we get that side of it. I get that you want to do the that. I'm not trying to attack doing the gay gimmick. I attack you as well, right?
Walking I'm just staying by popping on. What
about remember back in, not too long ago, people were bitching about New Jack, Abby, when Abby has his shit, how, you didn't tell nobody, and it's going on for years. What? Like, seriously. And then New Jack was the second guy to do that. And everybody was like, oh, New Jack got hip, and New Jack got this, and New got that, but he bleeds all over the place. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the problem. People have this issue. And it's been there all along, the problem with nobody's come out and said it. Nobody wants to talk about it. So she's coming out and she's using her
on the podcast now.
Sorry, brother.
I like that she's using it, but This is just as far as we are in the pendulum. Wrong way to pose it, man. Like it's posing questions that you know are the wrong answer is what you're trying to push.
So what about this shit I sent you guys today? I sent you that fucking person who just that ticked me off today.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into it on the air. I'm not going to put him over a lick. But that whole fucking rant in that person's profile was a contradiction. They want to be fucking seen. They want to be coddled. They want to have their fucking ass stroked. And then they want to be independent, superpowered. Yay. But hey, by the way, guys, donate because I'm also disabled and I don't work. But I need all my freedom and I need to be held up on your pedestal as an independent, strong, non-binary, male. Wait,
when it comes to
non-binary, you fucking schmuck. Yeah,
my cost of living every day is on you, but my emotional well-being is all about me.
Right. So please make sure that you take care of me because I'm a non-binary, identify as male, bi, poly, amorous,
masculine,
fucking disabled,
chameleon.
Yeah.
Let's just bring it to. First of all, that person's ridiculous. I'll give you an example. I was at a House of Hardcore in Poughkeepsie, New York, a while back, and X-Pac had, at that time, I don't know if he's been cured of that, but he had Hep C, and it was a well-known fact. This is a good story because this is what the boys and the girls should fucking know. If you even have an inkling that you might have HIV or something going on, X-Pac got busted open a trash can. It was like Dreamer, Funk, somebody else with them. He immediately got away from everybody, got into the corner on the floor, stayed away, and took himself out of the match. I wasn't even aware that he had it. And afterwards, he was sitting on the floor and he was bleeding. And I walked up to him like, "Hey, Sean, are you okay?" And I go, "Do you need help getting up?" He goes, "Hey, man, no offense, don't touch me. I have Hep C." He goes, "I don't want to get any blood on you or anything." That's I'll never forget that because he could have easily not been aware of that or not cared.
Sure, not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Now step that up
to
HIV, bro. Right. Is that a line that's just too fucking far? Like, is the wrestling addiction and how over you are in your own little fucking indie world and mind really enough to risk it? Are you that much of a motherfucker?
Well, but what it is
go do plays. If you got to feed the performance addiction, go do plays. Go do something else that's not going to take a chance that we.
What take. It is what that Facebook update or that tweet kind of gave me the impression of was, hey, we don't care about you getting a potentially dangerous or life-threatening disease. You know, you don't offend the person that has it. Is that the kind of the offense, the virtue signaling? That's all it is.
How dare you exclude them because of this thing that they may have gotten? That it's the lower level, but it's still the thing. So let's creep the line forward. Where will you fucking go? Where you know right is wrong, and now wrong is fucking right because emotion fucking trumps logic now, you guys.
Dude, it's the same exact thing as TED Talk saying that pedophiles are victims. Fuck that same fucking thing. Apples to apples.
Let's not. I get what you're saying, but I don't want to liken HIV, people who like that to the pedophile thing. But it's the mindset.
No, it's the victimization of somebody because they're different. Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm not linking them to pedophilia.
Can we just take a time out and look at fucking Bin Hameen with the step up and responsibility angle? Good for you. Look at you.
It's easy to go down those holes and be like,
"Good for you."
It's time for the ISIS Funhouse.
See what the ISIS Funhouse? I love it. He drops 35 pounds. He drops 35 pounds. He picks up some fucking responsibility. Look at this kid.
Hey, that's proud of you. I'm not the only guy with my poster on my fucking walls in the background. At least there's that, right?
Well, I have all of us. That's all of us. That's the all bin poster right there.
Nice.
I can only.
I put all you guys over.
Right. Well, Papa John,
unfortunately, Spider-Man's there too, so he fucked the spot.
Fuck yeah, that's one of the greatest
Spider-Man. It's Todd McFarlane.
One of the greatest covers of all time.
Fuck yes, sir.
Greatest covers of all time.
Shut your face and stop there. Just keep going.
All right. Bilderberg. went on this past weekend. What is Bilderberg Group?
I fucking love Bilderberg. I gave Al Snow a Bilderberg bear for his birthday, and it was so awesome. We went in. So check this out. So we went into the store, and we built this with us. And no joke, ironically, it was a Spider-Man gimmick.
Sure.
He used to have this whole fucking setup with all of his superhero busts. So I got him a Bilderberg bear, and I said, Al Snow's not gay, and he'll fuck every guy in the room to prove it. So you have to say it into this little recording voice box. So I say it into the voice box really quiet, kayfabe in the back of the store where nobody can hear me. And I'm like, Al Snow's not gay, and he'll fuck every guy in the room to prove it. So I fucking give it to him. The lady is putting it in the box, and she's like, okay, here you go. Beep. And she hits it, and he goes, Al Snow's not gay, but he'll fuck every guy in the room to prove it. Everyone online looked at me, and I was like, hi, how are you? As the Spider-Man bear is going into a box, it was tremendous. So I love Bilderberg bears.
Yeah, me too. After that story, I love them. That's our show for tonight, you guys.
Forget Ewoks. We got fucking gay bears now.
That was in Louisville. That was the Louisville Bilderberg. Build-A-Bear.
Mall of St. Matthews.
Yeah.
Go over there. And if you want some cheap gold chains and ghetto-wear, go to Oxmoor Mall. Both places.
This is this is what I want you to get to before we go to Bilderberg, because I don't think it's still a mystery. I need for you, since we're cutting promos on everybody, to cut the promo on YouTube.
Oh, fuck. So, yeah, this is probably going to be a whole nother show, but Steven Crowder kind of got a lot of props today because he was leading the charge on the Truth Warriors. But YouTube doing another purge, Vox ad apocalypse. So whatever this company Vox is that tried to go after PewDiePie back in the day and failed is now is some conglomerate that's plugged into YouTube, and they are tearing down all conspiracy, all Nazi, all white supremacy. So they just lumped us in. All truth seekers. We're Nazis and white supremacists. We're Trump supporters. This is the fucking gear up to the 2020 election. And I got a warning that my channel is already demonetized. I got a third strike because of the exclusive we did with James Fetzer and Max Egan on the New Zealand shooting. And now today we got a warning early this morning that YouTube was going to fucking start going through and just pulling content. Straight 1984, straight Nazi, straight disinformation, Ministry of Disinformation, rewriting history, and modern day book burning. And they pulled that video. They pulled the latest Crow 777 video. And this is it, you guys. With the open murder, they're just fucking pulling knowledge that goes against the narrative of whatever this new world order is. And I believe it's going to be called the SSO. We'll get to that in just a little bit instead of the NWO, which I'm repping here tonight because I thought maybe they'd restore our shit. But really, I think YouTube is fucking done. I think today was a final hollow point bullet in their fucking head, and you're going to see people. I'm going to start downloading everything, all 700 of my videos, and jump over to BitChute. We're going to have a BitChute thing, and they'll eventually become corrupt. Twitch will eventually become corrupt. That's just the fucking method. And new things that make money, these fucking greedy vampire cocksuckers will always get their fucking fangs and claws into it, fuck it up, turn what was a Wild West open range of thought into a money grub fucking YouTube commercialized bullshit fucking system, and then people will leave it for the next cool thing. And that's what we're about to do. So fuck YouTube, fuck that cunt who runs it. And to be honest with you, I hope some other crazy motherfucker comes over there and does try some stupid shit with you. Because again, you swung this fucking pendulum all the fucking way over. And now you're going to fucking lie in your own bed. That's just how it's going to be.
I just put up the graphic that I found that is the new icon for YouTube. If you want to look at twitch.tv. Do you see it? Should be up in a second.
Yeah. SJW Tube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much, man. And here's the thing. In our own Chantel Air, who's a Russo brand member, who is, I wouldn't say a self-professed SJW, but is transsexual. I may be paraphrasing whatever they identify as, but whatever. A guy bucking for a girl, and a huge wrestling fan and a good personality. Actually kind of jumped in on this to say this shit has gone too far, because they pointed out groups pertaining to protected groups, hate speech will not be allowed. Well, nothing we said was hate speech. So what's the protected group? Was it the Muslims who supposedly died in that mosque? Is any protected group a transgender group? Is who deems what these protected groups are? Why isn't a group of white males in their 40s a protected group when our stuff is being censored more than anything, and we're not out there doing hate speech? We're just trying to build bridges and bonds and ask questions of people and educate each other to be a better society moving forward as one. But instead, we're fucking chopped into fucking small groups. You can't attack this one. We'll censor you. They have the rights. Now there's resentment. And again, as GGP always says, a house divided cannot stand. And
Put it this way. Look what's going on now in Massachusetts. They're having the straight pride parade, and people are all up in arms about it. Now look, it's 2019. If you're a homosexual, no problem. I don't have a problem with it. All of us together know a lot of homosexuals, are friends with a lot of homosexuals. We're not homosexual, but that's our choice.
They write some great wrestling.
We're not going to crucify you, right? We're not going to crucify you. And who are we to tell you how and what to love in order to be happy? That's your prerogative. As long as you're not hurting anybody. Cool. Now, hold on. Here's the issue. Here's the issue. Ben said it best. The issue is you speak up, and all of a sudden, out of the woodworks come all the trolls throwing mud at you. And I love this guy as an actor. He fucking played Captain America tremendously. But he comes out, and he's a great guy. He works with kids in the sick hospitals and everything like that. Whatever. But for him to come out and say what he said and vilify somebody just because they're doing a straight pride parade, say you're being scared and you're really a homophobe, is ridiculous. Because as a straight white male, no offense, I'm getting tired that certain agendas are being forced down my throat on media or in media, on television, in songs, on the internet. Every other second there's something else popping up, forcing someone's agenda down our throat. Like we have to like it. Listen, we don't have to like it. That's free will. We choose to like it. As long as we're not hurting anybody, we're entitled to our own opinion. Just like you're entitled to your own opinion. If you're white, black, green, blue, red, doesn't matter. If you're gay, you're straight, you're up, you're down, doesn't matter. If you're a transsexual or bisexual or whatever, doesn't matter. But don't force the rest of civilization to conform to those rules. And there's such a small part of the minority. Accept them for what they are and don't vilify them and don't push them in the corner. But at the same time, don't do the same to us to get your narrative and get your shit in and get over on our expense, because it's just not right. It needs an even playing field across the spectrum.
And as I always do, let me bring it back to gaming. This has just been brought up to my attention that apparently gaming spelt with a Y, guys. So apparently playing old school shit that I used to do back in the 80s, a lot of when the guys used to play back in the 80s. Now it's called the OSR, old school Renaissance, old school. So now that's being vilified as toxic masculinity, and now they're trying to change it to call it, ready for this? Everybody get your fucking giant fucking gay pants on, sword dreaming. Mm-hmm. That's what they want to call that genre of gaming. Old school gaming. Because it's so toxic masculinity, they want to call it sword dream.
So Pac-Man is sword dream?
Before
OSR, old school Renaissance. It was brought back after all the different...
How is that toxically masculine?
Because back in the day, when the guys first originally created this shit, when they first did this war games, these were war games, okay? They drew, when they started putting artwork to these stories in these games, they made girls in chainmail bikinis. They made Red Sonja, leather bras and fucking loincloths. And now, right now, that's all gone. That's out. That is
So
all
what do
gone.
they want? They want big fucking yoga pants and moo-moos? Is that like
More or less, it's
dude, these were nerds in the 80s who could get
right?
no grade A pussy. That's why they fucking
Bro, and that's the thing. This all came from now all these SJWs who 5e and Wizards of the Coast who are now pushing this.
Dude, when you see the Comic-Cons and they hire these fucking half porn models, do they ever dress like fucking grandma in a moo-moo? No.
Nope.
They're all with their fucking gimmicks out and shit. So they can fuck off.
That's what I'm saying, but this is what they're doing. And they're attacking the people who want to do, like the guys who started this shit, they're attacking them. Oh. Imagine attacking Ric Flair, telling him, look, man, you fucking created a toxic environment in your wrestling days. Back when you used to fuck 12 whores at a time and fucking throw them out of your hotel room. Awful. You've created a toxic environment. We are no longer calling it professional wrestling.
Shawn Michaels, how dare you judge me? How dare you? Like, dude, what was that fucking rant? If you didn't see the Ric Flair kick out on 2 rant, holy shit. That was fucking hardcore, Holly. And Sal, just to trigger you further.
Great.
I'm taking your end of the Twitch money and buying you that new Trump game that you wanted.
I'm going to fucking punch you in the throat when I see you. Nothing got me I was so angry at that shit. Oh, God.
I got that. You can hit me with your brass knuckles that I made.
You fucking
I want to put it out to everybody if they would like to tweet Ric Flair. I live in the Atlanta area. I would be more than happy to drive over for his next video and shoot it in landscape mode. So portrait mode is huge key with me.
Oh, great point, Sal, all the way around. I think this fucking shit is going to swing back, and they're already too far out. And people who are on the spectrum of pushing that out there, who still live in a reality that we all have to live together, are even questioning how fucking nuts it can possibly get. To follow up on that story, I did want to say the one thing, and you guys know how my love-hate affair with Chicago is after I was just there. One of my very close friends from college, one of my best friends, who unfortunately I've kind of become estranged with, and it breaks my fucking heart, put over about that straight pride parade of like, I'll fucking come out there and do this, that, and the other, and like making their jokes in an angry way. When I'm thinking to myself, if I was in Chicago right now, I would get with my buddy. If I never went to wrestling, and I would say, dude, here's our opportunity. Let's fucking go to Boston. We'll set up a little stage and we'll make it look just like the Macy's Day Parade where they're fucking talking about the floats as they go by and have the whole fucking thing and do it all as a satire rib. Instead, they exposed their own business. He had a major reaction. Dude, this is I'm not trying to say as tight as we are. I mean, this dude was, I got a tattoo on my fucking back for 4 of us with this guy included, like.
His name?
Well, not his name, but we were the 4 motherfuckers. This is my buddy who died, and we were just all tight, man. Like, that's why the 4 Horsemen, Conspiracy Horsemen, my boys, that we were the 4 motherfuckers in college or whatever, like that's always had significance to me. So to be with you guys, again, it feels like
close the door.
A pattern, but like,
I want to compare you to the triple threat thing.
Yeah, to see them react that way and not think like, I'm thinking to myself, dude, here's an easy sketch for you to use satire as a weapon, to weaponize your comedy in the right fucking way. And instead, it's another knee-jerk reaction. Nothing will get done the right way. And here I am as a wrestling worker, and I can't even get him to fucking hit me back, man. This was my fucking dude. It's tearing me up a little.
It's division, dude. It's just like what's going on in England right now, dude, in the UK. Why do they care about Trump? He has nothing to do with their country. Absolutely nothing to do with it. But he's causing more of a diversion than Brexit. It's the weirdest thing. That's like having the Queen come over here and half the countries on one side of the spectrum, the other countries on the other side, and they're fighting against another world leader. Who cares? It's all a gimmick. It's all theater. And it just sucks because people don't realize it, and they get involved, and unfortunate situations like you and your boys go down, and hell, it even breaks up families
he just
too.
Iced me, man. He just fucking ghost faced me right there, dude. Like, no likes, no nothing, and I'll go out of my way. And usually I don't mark for shit, but like this is me, like maybe he's got me on mute. I don't know, but fucking like just to like the things that he likes, like the comedy posts and shit. Nothing comes back. And hey, dude, I'll say it, Kev, if you're listening, man, fuck it, dude. This shit's got me fucked up, and for real, man. Could you guys shoot me on Messenger quick your Gmail so I can shoot them to Russo, please?
Are we doing that tonight?
Yeah, after this. Guys, so as we switch here with not a lot of time left, we've kind of danced around it, but it's all been in the same vein. Bilderberg Group was the main focus of what we wanted to talk about because this past weekend it just went down in Sweden, Montreux, I believe, Montreaux. I'm not sure on my European pronunciations, but I believe Montreux. Where they meet at a hotel, they meet at some, a lot of places in Europe, to discuss all world events. It's a group built of tech giant, names, pharmacology names, Ministry of Defense names, everybody from media wise to put in to say what's going to happen in the world. Who are we going to pick as president? And they actually picked Hillary. And they got a big shot of fuck you, obviously. And that didn't sit well with them. And right now, I feel the Bilderberg Group is kind of sitting back on their heels a little bit, looking to see what moves they can make. A lot of their globalist power has been taken back by the Trump administration because they don't have their claws in them as much as they've tried to. But we're going to talk about them. If you haven't heard about them, this has been around since 1954. A conglomerate between North America and Europe to do European business and to push a globalist agenda. And they meet in secret every year. Luke Radowski from We Are Change and Alex Jones were big into exposing them and would actually fly to wherever it was in Europe, be at the airports, be at the hotels, the 5-star hotels. You see all the security around, and would get to the Rothschilds, would get to these major leaders and try and get them on camera just to see their face, to see who these unnamed and unknown elites really are. And that was the best work that they did. Unfortunately, no shock, there is a Fight Club code of silence to the Bilderberg Group. So even the hard-hitting questions, you can see some of the people who are attendees, they'll sell for it. They'll fucking pop for it, but they won't say shit, or else they'll just completely no-sell and act like the reporters aren't there whatsoever. But that's really the only insight into the Bilderberg Group that we have, is that, hey, every year these meetings are going on. Here's who's involved. There's a website that lists them and lists their agenda. And beyond that, what goes on has really been kayfabed up to this point. Stevie, what are you thinking?
Well, I think the one consistent thing throughout this, and we go back to the Clintons, was that almost every sitting president or every person that was running for president as these meetings were happening has violated the Logan Act, which is basically a federal law that criminalizes negotiation by unauthorized persons with foreign governments having a dispute with the United States, which is pretty much, through one time or another, everybody's having some sort of dispute, whether it's banks, trade, all out military stuff, and embargoes, sanctions, all that stuff. So just to talk like this and not disclose anything. As a matter of fact, there was a journalist, you guys sent me the video, a journalist is asking them questions, and they're really like just flipping. Like, we can't, the story, we can't say anything. Like, why? Like, that just makes people want to know more. Give a bullshit answer. Yeah, we just get together, we try to figure out solutions to financial problems, climate change, why? They're so stupid, they don't even know how to work it to shut people up. Because guys, do you agree? If they literally came out and said, this is what we talk about, and even if they put it up just for a facade on YouTube or whatever, there wouldn't be journalists hanging out there every year.
No, you're right. You're right. They can come on and say, we were just talking about our grandkids on a tarmac somewhere for an hour, maybe two. Same difference. But they don't say anything. It's because the Channing Tatum rule. Or Chatham House rules. So, you like that, Channing Tatum? I was thinking about that all day. No, nothing.
Gross.
Well, Stevie, I think you're right on, especially that Logan Act thing.
There's a way around it. The reason why they can't get busted for the Logan Act is because the Bilderberg Group registers as a charity.
Who do they donate to?
I mean, they wouldn't be. It'd be just a meeting place, a think tank. So I could see where they get away with it that way. Sal off camera earlier we had a brief discussion because we hear Bohemian Grove and Bilderberg Group, and now those are two separate entities. Bohemian Grove is more of a place, right? It's in San Francisco. It's in the redwoods. It's in the beautiful forest. It's an elite compound where the Bush family owns a camp there. There's plenty of corporate places that own a camp. And as Richard Nixon said,
faggoty stuff.
Seems like a lot of faggoty stuff goes on around there. So it really is, from the Follies, where the men dress like women and they do fucking whatever, Hello Dolly or whatever bullshit they've been wanting to do for years. And the guys sucking each other off in the redwoods. That's just how it goes down. And then all of the Alex Jones put in the cremation of care ceremony with Molech. I mean, you can look all this shit up of all their satanic stuff. And these are all the industry leaders from banking, big pharma, and shit. They have to go. Mark McGuire was there, right? They bring in their celebrities to meet the Bushes and all this shit. And you can even see it in the last season of
second to last season.
House of Cards. Where they call it the Willows, but it's Bohemian Grove, and they're talking about AI technology and in getting it over. And you see all these people from different major company fields coming together. That's where pharma meets defense, where fucking big tech meets, whatever the fuck. So banking, and they're all going to know what to invest in so they can remain the world leaders. Now, that's a camp for whatever queer stuff is going on out there that they want to, and whatever Satan worship and whatever shit that's, as we've talked about. Moloch. I mean, it all goes back to Saturnalia. It all goes back to the same shit we've talked about over and over again. And you could tie it to CERN at the end of the day. But, when it comes to it, on the other side, Bilderberg isn't, I'm sure in the hotels they might have some orgies or bullshit that they're staying in, but this is where the money makers, the movers and shakers meet to go, okay, here's who we're electing president. Here's what we're going to do with the media. Here's what we're going to do. And they're in these, like any summit. I don't think it's nearly as sexy as Bohemian Grove, as like a kayfabe getaway of weaving spiders, come not here, which is the mantra that's carved in stone on the front of Bohemian Grove. However, hold on. The kayfabe, I'll tell you one thing about Bilderberg, they fucking can keep kayfabe better than anybody else right now.
So, two things that I found out about this episode. One, Stevie's a big Maxinista by shopping at TJ Maxx consistently. And two, all that gay cocksucking that's going on over at Bohemian Grove, you find sexy. Very interesting there, Ben. Hey, whatever. I guess Chi-Town dogs are better than everything else. Whatever happens to Chi-Town.
So I'm looking at.
We'll see who gets signed first.
I'm looking at what the Rat Salad sent. He said, check out Cage and their song Bohemian Grove. Okay. And I'm just reading some of the lyrics. It's pretty good.
We'll go home with it. Cage, Bohemian Grove. It'll be
Cage, Bohemian Grove. Check it out.
Listen, we said this before. Cosby math. If 1% is true, the other 99% most likely is true, right? So they have on their website a list of delegates that go to these meetings. Coincidentally, some of these people that we don't even know end up becoming world leaders. Bill Clinton became president. Margaret Thatcher became head of the UK. Yep. So on and so forth, right? They didn't want Trump to win. He's never been invited to any of these meetings. Even as president, he has not been invited. Democrats and Republicans both hated him, and they wanted Hillary to win. Okay. They have a list of what they talk about. So you got guys from all different walks of life, for all these different countries, CEOs, religious leaders, if you will, billionaires, media people, yeah.
Anybody in power.
Exactly, that can control the pulse.
About 120 to 150 of them meet at a time.
So who are they to discuss climate change, the problems in other countries? What is a guy from Norway going to say about what's going on in Iran or Iraq or the Middle East or Africa or what's going on with the U.S. dollar or Brexit? You know what I'm saying?
Are you real? Are you serious? Like,
Yeah.
these people automatically, do you not understand that these people have such an inflated fucking vision of themselves? Half of them, like, what do they know? It doesn't matter what the fuck they know. They think they are so up there anyway. I'm a fucking chief of industry. I'm a captain of industry. What don't I know?
No, I that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you look through the bullshit and you see what they're discussing and you see who is there and you see what happens 6, 12, 18, 24 months down the line.
Yeah.
There's no coincidence that there's some kind of connection to what was on the agenda at Bilderberg.
No.
Okay? So, case in point, Petraeus was there this year. Wasn't he crucified a couple of years ago for leaking secrets or something like that?
Well, they call him betray us, right? So
Yeah, right?
just to come in and step on both of you just a little bit, I think we're looking at this as a smaller scale than what it really is, you guys. This isn't the world's problems are going on and we decide to deal with how to deal with it at Bilderberg. This is we create the world's problems. How do we all profit, make the most money off of it on both sides? Problem, reaction, solution, where they're creating it. They might see a little spark and they're going to make that fucking spark into a huge burning fire where they can profit off of both sides. That is the complete MO of the fucking Bilderberg group, to work the world, both sides, left and right, keep them divided, and make money off of both of them by spinning exactly what the fuck they want to hear to keep that core group of financial powerhouses, of corporate entities, of corporations, are people in power and deciding who runs the fucking world.
There's one subject and I don't know if you guys saw it from the 2017 Bilderberg conference, the post-truth in quotes events. That was odd. I mean, they always have countries. If you look at it, it was like bilderbergmeetings.org or something like that. Yeah. 2017, it said towards the bottom of the list. It had, by the way, Saudi Arabia and Iran. I don't know why you're talking about them. And then the, quote, post-truth events.
That's the apocalypse. That's the banning of truth on the internet. It's no coincidence that the majority of the heads of Silicon Valley was there last year. There weren't as many Silicon Valley people this year. The heads of Google, Amazon, all these individuals were all over there last year. And now this year,
right now they're terrified of being broken up as monopolies right now, so they want to fucking out.
Exactly.
They're trying to form their own thing.
Well, what I'm saying is they were there last year, and this year we're talking about how everything is being scrubbed and we're being put together with Nazis and skinheads and this and that, and we're called truth seekers, and that's a bad thing. Since when is finding out the truth a bad thing? When has truth become a dirty word? You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful point. Let me run down this list for you. From Bilderbergmeetings.org, the official site for Bilderberg. That's how brazen they are with their fucking balls to put the shit out there. Bilderberg meeting 2019, 67th Bilderberg meeting takes place the 30th of May through the 2nd of June 2019 in Montreux, Switzerland. Montreux, 28th May 2019. About 130 participants from 23 countries have confirmed their attendance. As ever, a diverse group of political leaders and experts from industry, finance, academia, labor, and media have been invited. The list of participants is available on bilderbergmeetings.org. Key topics for this year are, 1, a stable strategic order. That's what I mentioned, the SSO earlier, guys. I think we're going to see a move from the NWO rebranded to the SSO. And doesn't SS have a
That's
fucking
the worst one, yeah. You want to talk about something that makes people think of Nazis right there. Right.
That was number 1 on the list. Number 2, what's next for Europe? Well, they broke it apart so they all can they put it together, made the money their way. Didn't go far enough. Let's fucking break it apart. And while we splinter it, we can make more money off of that. 3, climate change and sustainability. Obviously the Al Gore model of fucking robbing your people. 4, China. Trump with tariffs. How are we going to be able to import, export black market goods? Russia, more military. 6, the future of capitalism. 7, Brexit. 8, the ethics of artificial intelligence. That's interesting. That's interesting. 9,
not the production or the increase, the ethics.
Yep. And here's 9 to go back to your original statement, GGP, the weaponization of social media. Not necessarily how do we combat it, but probably how do we fucking get in the game because they got their fucking tits lit because they backed Hillary and social media fucked them. And now they want the fucking strategy for 2020. Number 10, the importance of space. And then number 11, cyber threats. So number 10 is we get UFO fucking disclosure. And then, hey, protect your Bitcoin and Vault 7 data. Sally, what are you thinking, man, after all this new information, man?
Again, I feel like this falls into the category of, and I was looking up some stuff because, again, I'm not really familiar with the Bilderberg stuff. You know, like you hear about it all the time. I don't know their inner workings. And I was just kind of looking up some other shit. But I feel like this is going to be along the same lines of no matter what is unleashed, no matter what is uncovered, no matter what is shown, it's all going to be in plain sight forever, and no one's going to care. Time out. Not that no one's going to care. Right. No, not that no one's going to care. No one can do anything. That's how I feel. Because like just from us talking and how you said it, we're looking at it from, you know how, and there's no other way to say this, we're looking at it from a pissant angle. We're looking up at these assholes because we can't touch them. We can't possibly reach them. You know what I mean? And we are so inconsequential to them.
Well, time out there because I agree with you because if you see old superstars or maybe Randy Orton when he's pissed off fucking fabe somebody for an autograph in the airport, that's exactly what these fucking heads of state do to these reporters who are truth seekers from third party, whether it's, We Are Change or whoever's taking over that spot because he's too exposed. They'll just no-sell them and fucking make them feel really small. However, in the wrestling biz now, we've fucking blown that and everybody's just an asshole and everyone's exposed, right? Like, there's no superstar power, but because they kept kayfabe and don't sell you, or else they just say, have a nice day, and don't tell you the fucking answer to the question, boy, don't they have some power over the people now.
Right. That's exactly it, though. And we no matter what points we were to bring up, no matter what we say, we can't touch them. We can't get at it. And that's the only angle we can look at them from because we're not up there. We don't have the ability to fucking take lives and, make people go away just by ordering it or sending a fucking memo. We don't have the kind of money where, you know what, I'm bored of fucking living in Pennsylvania this summer. I'm going to go to the Hamptons in summer there. I don't got that kind of fucking money to do that. I ain't got the kind of money where I can go away for a couple of weeks at a time to spend time to fucking circle jerk and play soggy cracker with a bunch of fucking
these are all people
get
assholes. Fucking blood transfusions. They're flying out states money. There's no personal money being.
We have our theories. We have our thoughts. We can't ever think on that level because we don't know what it's like. So, you want our opinion? Yes, here's our opinion. All these pieces of shit need to fucking go away. We need to fucking start the big fire. Let's get them all burning. But honestly, we have no idea what that window looks like to look out onto the burning city because we're not up there.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like that's all bullshit. We're workers. We know that they're not fucking shit. All they are fucking superstars for their company.
Time out. So let's look at it this way.
Triple H ain't shit.
No, time out. So now, Stevie brought up a point earlier. We're talking about Hillary, okay? We're talking about Hillary and what happens. Ben walks up and you have your fucking 30-30, like tick, tick, bap, bow, and you hit her in the face and she no-sells it. Okay. You know what I mean?
I'm leaving quick.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we all have our ideas. We all have the thoughts, but we don't know. We don't know where they are, where they stand. These fucking assholes have been around for so long, getting away with so much shit, we don't know what kind of levels they're at.
I'm nice with
my problem.
I'm nice with a 30-30, though. I'm going to tell you that right now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, great, man. But what happens? What happens?
It's the fucking gun that won the West. I got fucking 6 shots in there, 7 if you fucking load one up and then choke her. But, we'll see. I'd like to be the guy in fucking Guantanamo with a 30-30 who's got her between the sights. If I can get that fucking spot, I would never need to work for WWE again. Or ever. Yeah, man, here's what is weird to me. What's not on that list? Stable strategic order, new Europe, climate change, China, Russia, future capitalism, Brexit, ethics of artificial intelligence, weaponization of social media, importance of space, cyber threats. To me, that's a laundry list of what is Trump's agenda? How do we go against it?
Could be. I mean, he's the one who brought over Space Force, right?
Yeah, I think they weren't used to getting their fucking ass kicked. And when they did, that set them back on their heels a little bit, saying, we thought we had it all figured out. We've been running this shit for 30 years, and what we thought we had locked, whatever happened at CERN, we woke up the next day and shit wasn't right.
Why you gotta start with that shit? Also, you were just exposed in the fucking chat room by Justin French. Ben just blew his kayfabe by saying, never work for WWE again. Busted.
Well, he worked for OVW, so
Hamin is on the payroll.
I was non-contract, even though plenty of people came to me for help. I may or may not have helped out with the fake Edge gimmick. But no paycheck from them, nothing with them in it. And if you're going to work for Impact,
sounds like you worked there.
Yeah, and if you work for Impact, you got to have your lawyer contact them in order to get your money that they owe you there too. So it's a good time in wrestling, you guys. Sign up. Stevie, what are you thinking, man, on what's not there? I mean, here we have Iran. We're on the cusp of war with that. The Russia stuff kind of blew up in their lap, so I feel like they're doing contingency plan with that, but they're going to make money off of Israel and Iran. I feel like that's got to be a big thing.
I think, unlike what WWE really says, these fuckers are booking a year ahead. They're booking the next year of what's going to happen in the world.
Yes, they are. Absolutely.
That's about it. That's what they're doing.
And sometimes their plans work out about as good as WWE's, I guess, when they think it's going to, look good on paper, right? I've been a part of a couple of those segments, and they turn out to be a Bailey or Alexa Bliss, this is your life fucking segment. GGP, man, you were hot about this topic, man. What do you want to expose? I know the Rothschild Bank and all that shit's a big part.
Yeah, I mean, the Rothschild banks, the Rockefellers, all these individuals have been core members. Henry Kissinger, all these people have some kind of stake in the game of having a global world order and making money on both sides when it comes to war. So it's kind of, coincidental and quote unquote that all these countries that have been talked about in the last 10 years, actually no. What am I saying? Since 2001, the last 19 years have been countries that we've all been in, but also countries that at one point did not have a central bank. Now they do. There's no coincidence there. And Iran being the last one that doesn't have a central bank, and that's what we're beefing with now. So the one thing I don't get, though, is according to this article that we saw, and the facts that we know that these guys are bound by Chatham House rules. Chatham House rules states that the participants are free to use the information received, but neither the identity nor the affiliation of the speaker or speakers nor any other participant may be revealed. So when they're coming out, whatever they heard, they can talk about. They just can't say who said it.
Right.
Who was speaking about it. But here's the deal.
That's an interesting locker room. Could you imagine operating and wrestling that way?
Well, look, the end of the day is all these people coming out, the hotel, the airports, they're not saying a word, and they're not even touching on any of the subjects. So what are they really scared about? Because if they have the open forum to discuss it, and it really is just a summit to try to make the world a better place, then why don't you just enlighten us with some breadcrumbs and shut everybody up? Like Stevie said, these people won't be back bothering you. And also,
think about this. Sorry to come right back to this, because you made a great point there. If they're all coming to a summit to get together, that still means somebody's organizing it and somebody's on fucking top.
Well, the CEO is the guy from AXA. I forgot his name, some French dude. AXA is the insurance company. He comes from a military family, right? He's the chairman of the Bilderberg group. He's the one who puts this all together. And every chairman before him were big shots, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, or had some kind of influence in government on a high level and military on a high level within a country, Norway, France, whatever the case may be. Again, influenced by Rockefellers and the Rothschilds since the inception. But another thing is that they come out, they don't say a word. They add to the mystique, and people are just thinking that it's all pure evil. But if they didn't mention something, just a tidbit, and shut everybody up, these people wouldn't show up next year, because then they would know, hey, the AB3, but it's not AB3, it's something else.
I don't think anything as nefarious or salacious as what goes on at Bohemian Grove is going on at Bilderberg. And if you exposed it and did your own little propaganda piece, if we let the media in and here's what we're talking about, like, people would just be like, it's fucking boring.
Okay. It's like watching the politics in the prequels. I understand.
It's C-SPAN, right? It's like watching C-SPAN. You're going to be like, this is fucking great. Like, nobody wants to watch that.
Or Raw. But look at this, though. If that's the case, okay, why is it like Bill Clinton and presidents before him, when social media and the internet wasn't as big as it is now, were approached about attending Bilderberg or a Bohemian Grove, they denied it. Only to come out now that they were there.
Who's the top dog that's got something over them?
I don't know what you're talking about. I never heard of Bilderberg before. What is that? You know what I mean? But now it's documented in their agenda that they were there. People could see all these world leaders and find out that this guy was there 8, 10, 20 years ago. Mm. So they lied back then. Why would they lie? 1% is true, then it's all true. Cosby math. It always comes down to that.
Can't argue with that, man. He's bang, bang shooting on you and telling you the truth tonight. Tonight was his show, Bilderberg Group, and it was definitely right on time. I feel like, not that I want to claim any victory here, but from other past aggressive Bush-era wartime agenda Bilderberg Group meetings and agendas that I looked at, and to see when Alex Jones and Luke Radowski from We Are Change were trying to expose them, it seems like they've got to let a little bit less fire than they fucking used to have. They went from main card down to mid card pretty quick. And maybe that's their own choice, because they're fucking good at kayfabe, better than any other group that I've fucking seen so far. Or I guess the ones we haven't seen are the ones we need to be worried about. But, guys, I'm going to actually start to take it home. We're going to save the general neutral messaging system, because at 8:30 we got to get back on with Uncle Vince. We're going to take a piss break before we do that. So we'll start wrapping it up here, guys. Red hot show, but let's take it home. And where are we going to be here soon? GGP, give them all the plugs, man.
June 21st, NYWC. That night it's going to be a Hall of Fame ceremony. They're inducting Jerry Lynn into the Hall of Fame. Nice. and Mega. Both guys, Mega, King Mega. I don't know if you know him. Big 7-foot black wrestler. Really good. Trained by Mikey. Very nice guy. Great worker. Good brother. Congrats. And they deserve it both. So congrats to both of you guys. The 29th I will be in Florida at Ronin Pro Wrestling defending my not replica belt. And, had to beat you guys to it. You can catch me every Tuesday night. Tomorrow's the episode is dropping on Hameen Media Group and other outlets on the internet. New Force Order podcast, myself, Dr. Alex Arroyo, a.k.a. Dr. Destroyo, and my boy Spiro, a.k.a. Darth Spirodon. We spoke about Solo. We had a little bit of a little rant, a little tirade about SJW and how these snowflakes are ruining the brand. because they're throwing fits, sort of what I just touched on tonight, but in his own words and a much graphic content. We talked about who's more over, whether it was stormtroopers or clone troopers. Mm-hmm. So it was a very entertaining episode. You can catch that tomorrow. Will drop. We film every Tuesday. You can find us at NFO_podcast on Twitter, New Force Order on Instagram, official New Force Order on Facebook, and send all your questions and stories and art and reasons for who's more over for the segment to New Force Order at yahoo.com. And you can catch me at Greek God Papadon, Twitter, Demetrius Papadon on Facebook, and Pro Wrestling Tees / Greek God Papadon is the Pro Wrestling Tees store and Greek God Papadon's YouTube page.
Got it all out. And actually, last Tuesday, that last NFO show did really well. We almost went up to 3,000 downloads just because of how hot it was, and got some shares and drops. So appreciate that. And Breaking Sail is our newest shows. I'm working on Ha 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 Mean here soon. But great numbers already from both those shows, and becoming cornerstones of the platform. I expected nothing but great things from two top talents, and they, of course, delivered every time, you guys. And glad to do something outside of fucking wrestling. Fucking A. As we are locked into wrestling nonstop, he and I approaching the gates of hell with no fear week after week. It's been Stevie Richards, your Raw and SmackDown Review Tag Team Champions. Stevie, you look MK Ultra'd a couple times tonight, man. I'm worried. I'm worried that we may not be able to pull you back from the events.
I saw a picture of Vince. I searched images. I've been putting them up over our screen for the chat room, and one in particular just disturbed me. It was like kind of looking at the, like the Bloody Mary come to me moment in the mirror in the bathroom. That's where I went for a couple minutes. I heard all Papadon's plugs, though. It just felt like two different hells going on at the same time.
Oh, geez, thanks.
No, I'm kidding. Relax. I wasn't kidding about Vince, though. StevieRichardsFitness.com just redesigned the site, added Ben's progress photo there, added Lisa Torches to the main site, also added FAQ for people that might have questions about the program before they buy it. Dr. John does one of his endorsements, so really just changed the whole look of the site. It seems to be working, getting a lot more traffic, and also now adding YouTube videos and reviews and blogs up to Instagram TV to try to get more traction on those videos as well. YouTube is shadow banning me as well as you've been and everybody else. Like, I don't know how, with half the followers on Instagram, I'm getting 5 times more views than YouTube. Makes no sense.
Well, I always botch the quote. What did they say? 2016, 2017, YouTube, the place for creators gimmick, and now, like, how far away from that?
Yeah, I mean, but
let's start our own YouTube.
Well, it's BitChute. That's the next thing. I mean, here you're on the new YouTube. You're on Twitch, and we're gonna start.
Didn't Hillary already do that? Didn't she do a BitChute already? And she rolled her up in a fucking carpet.
Well, I mean, we got to go to the alternative. We got to be the fucking forefront, and at the same time, don't fucking chop our legs out from under us with fucking Mark shit on Twitter to make us look less than. We're here fighting a fucking war. We're in the trenches. We need all our soldiers with us, not somebody who fucking wants to cunt off and get themselves over, as you got promoted earlier.
I got a quick idea for dipping donuts. You can take a jelly stick donut, wrap it in a crepe, and then call it the Hillary Clinton special.
That sounds really good. If he was in the chat room, he'd probably laugh at that. But he doesn't hang out with us anymore. He doesn't watch our show or listen anymore.
If he was in the chat room, he might even out fucking bidded Mike Hoss.
No,
he doesn't. Oh yeah, shout out to Mike Hoss. Check out Mike Hoss's Bumps and Bruises show, June 29th. I was supposed to be on there, but unfortunately I can't make it because of my prior commitments to Ronan. But he's gonna have a kick-ass show in LA. Check it out. Luke Hawks and his son are going to be there. They're going to kick ass together, teaming father and son. It's going to be Brian Cage is on the show. It's going to be a hell of an event. Bumps and Brews.
We appreciate all those bits from Geppetto, Mike Hawes, Purdue, 9600, everybody in the chat room. Sally, what do you got going on,
man? I do have an Instagram, Twitter, and a Pro Wrestling Tee store, too. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. He's at BWO Stevie on Twitter. He's at Stevie Richards on Instagram, and he's at Stevie Richards / Stevie Richards on your ProWrestlingTees.com. He's pissed off. He didn't have the PWT sales he was hoping for this month. He got outshined by an indie worker, and his feelings have been hurt ever since, to be honest with you.
No, I just figured, the only thing left to do is just actually fill out the application and become a Clinton bodyguard. And
I think that's it.
You got the black suit, the white shirt, you're good to go.
When you hear the broken glass, it's your ass. It's Stevie Richards, you guys. He'll be back with me.
When you hear the glass, it means the sauna's been delivered.
He'll be back with me Friday morning or tomorrow morning, Thursday, 30 Ultra Kayfabe edition of your Friday locker room if I don't have too much heat with him after that.
Do you think Stone Cold and Val Venus are pissed because they hear the broken glass and Stevie walks out wearing a towel that you stole both their gimmicks?
Oh, Stevie fucking he gets triggered every time he hears Stone Cold's entrance and he just freaks out.
Well, you know what? I'm not as fortunate as Flair because I didn't get FaceTime by him, but still.
Yeah. Dude, what was that about? Like, he buries Shawn so hard, but he fucking puts over Stone Cold as like the end-all be-all because he fucking put him over, dude.
We all know how it sounded, so we don't need to say what he was doing and...
Well, what do you think it sounded like? I didn't pick up on any of that. What do you think it sounded like?
I don't know. I've already forgot. I'm not going to say. All I can say is, Rick, I'm in Atlanta, and this is what you do.
And he's got a gimbal, guy. He's got a gimbal.
Tweet Ric Flair. Tell him I am a landscape expert, not for lawns, but for phones.
I was going to say you can call Conan for that.
Yeah. He'll be outside tomorrow morning during the locker room trimming the bushes with his weed whacker and saying, "Who's that?" And I said, "Who's that?" It's Big Sal, pal. It's the #1 hit guy on hockerhameen.podbean.com. It's Breaking Sal. What's going on, pal? You're looking real big there with your Down Under hat on. Yeah, we're going down under. Gonna get that big knife. That's not a knife. Yeah, this is a knife, pal.
Never said
that's wrong. It's not. That's not a knife. Now that's a knife. Mandela effect.
Now that's some grapefruits. Look at those babies. Yeah.
So we did, me and Chuck got together at 6 in the morning. Me and Chuckles did a 6 in the morning horror podcast.
Did you invite the chick? Was she complaining she wasn't on the show again?
No, she was sleeping like a normal fucking person would be. And, just Chuck called me and he said, "Hey, you up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm up." And he's like, "You want to do a show?" I was like, "Yeah, all right." It's just strike when the iron's hot, man. When it's there, you do it. We talked about one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Zombies versus Wrestlers again?
No, actually, it's worse than this. I think this was the first time. This was the first time we ever said, "Do not watch this movie."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is an awful movie.
No, I really.
You really don't. You really fucking don't. It's just there's nothing fun about it. It was garbage. But anyway, The Unseen from 1980. Not. There's like 65 other The Unseens.
Yeah.
Is it a Helen Keller biography? Stevie Wonder epic mockumentary.
See, if we wanted to do some roast shit, I'd have been like, it'd have been like a fucking Bin Hameen fucking greatest hits video. Bang, bang, bang. See,
wow.
My matches suck. That's true.
Hey, listen, man.
Wow. Not all of them. The one I'm
a glorified indie worker, for fuck's sakes, man. What do I have to talk about? So, wait, Justin French, if Sal and Stevie don't watch The Greasy Strangler, I'm going to lose it. You never fucking put the money down for Stevie to watch it, so eat a dick, Justin French.
Wait, he's going to send you a video of himself whacking off The Greasy Strangler? Captain Grinder over there?
So we did that. If you have all my fucking information, I don't know it. The Pro Wrestling T-shirts, SEG shirts or something, right? And
you sold a couple shirts. Somebody said they bought some shirts off your store there. The new one.
Some lady.
They might have.
Was with the horse with all our names on the main.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Somebody did say that earlier. I don't know.
So she bought them both from your store. You already outsold Stevie for last month, so you're fucking good.
A lot of people are asking about the Stevie Richards skeleton, the gimmick. If they want to put it over, but it's Stevie's. He can have it.
No, it's in your store. Put it in your store.
shame people.
I don't want to. I don't want to take all the BWO T-shirt money because I know Tracy needs to go to pay-per-views and all that stuff at travel and work. So I don't want to let Mimi have it.
Yeah, so we did that, and then got some other stuff coming, I guess, to do that sort of shit. What else?
Where can they send you your email for the?
For the Horror Junkyard, go to the Horror Junkyard at protonmail.com. It's a secure server. We've never been hacked, unlike Yahoo, which is hacked every other day. Also, and the only thing I wanted to do, I wanted to actually talk about this. I'm not a fan of the Fast and the Furious movies. I don't care for them. Don't give a fuck. I'm not a car guy. I don't really care.
Maybe we need to do a Fast and Furious like special where you do all of them. Bing, bing.
However, I just saw, and I'm going to say this, I am the biggest fucking mark for this movie coming out, Hobbs and Shaw with The Rock and Jason Statham.
Oh, dude, how great was that?
Holy fucking shit, I need to see this fucking movie.
The new Terminator looks good, too.
You know, fuck the Terminator compared to this movie. And this is what you made me think about this when Stevie brought up Hillary Clinton earlier. What if she's genetically enhanced? And the Bleez in the movie is genetically enhanced. All of a sudden now it's become a superhero movie. And I'm like, what the fuck? This movie looks like the best goddamn movie on the planet. This summer I have to go see this Fast and the Furious movie. Roman fucking Reigns is in the movie, Espinoza. Go fuck yourself. And yes,
there it is, you guys. Sal and the Furious this summer.
Despite Roman Reigns being in this fucking movie, I want to see this fucking movie. I have to see this movie. This is the biggest man movie I've ever fucking seen, and I have to see it.
Do you have the Fire Stick?
I do have the Fire Stick.
Then you can see it.
Listen, new podcast, Sal and the Furious.
Furious.
That's it. He has to review all 10 movies of Fast and Furious.
I'm gonna find the font. And I'm gonna make the shirt for you tomorrow, Sal. Put it up in your store.
Never fucking do it.
He's got to watch them all and then pay off.
You won't do it, Mike. You won't do it, Stevie.
I just don't care.
The car's gonna be orange and black.
Brother!
A fucking mini car?
Yeah, it's gonna be a little smart car.
brother.
Hey, brother, it's like a Cadillac.
There's a lot of room in here. You're in the glove compartment, sir. Could you please get out? Anyway, so I don't have anything else going on. No, I'm lying. Hang on. I'm actually going to be at the arena this Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah. They're doing the Icons bullshit. So I'm going to go fucking hang out with Roadkill. We're going to just... Yeah, we can hang out at Roadkill's merch table and we'll fuck off and tell everybody how much they suck.
Is Tracy going to get a banner up in the Hall of Fame there?
She might, because she's been there more than I have. And I think that if Virgil's there, I am going to bring up to him again, ask him if he has friends in the FBI. Because last time we did it, set him off on a rant for 45 minutes.
Let's get that on tape. Let's get that.
I promise if that happens this time, that will be had. And it might be in portrait mode, so don't get heated. But if Virgil starts going on a rant, we'll have it.
All right.
But Billy Gunn's there, so I'll tell him you said hi, Stevie.
Sure.
Sweet. So if you want to see a lot of your ECW originals, your Attitude Era, hop on down to the old ECW arena this weekend. They'll all be there. You guys get your sign on, bring your old merch, and have a good old time. Who knows where the fuck I'll be? Whether there's an indie show, I'm anxious to punch somebody in the face. I haven't done it in like a month.
You won't do it.
Yeah, I'm ready to get back in. Who knows? Rochester, Buffalo, whoever Immortal's going to be next. Back up in Canada, Crossfire. I saw that moron Chris LaPlante had a match, tried to sub in Falaba and Moore's Monsters for me, but there's no subbing in for the Twin Terrors, Hacker Hameen and Congo Kong, or the Conspiracy Horsemen Tag Team Champs, Hacker Hameen and GGP Infidels. We're going to go undefeated. We're holding the titles longer than anybody ever will or could ever dream of breaking our streak. It's ProWrestlingTees.com/Bin Hameen for the highest sales since the Young Bucks record. I'm breaking them all, Infidels. There's no stopping us now. But we're coming back next week with Saved in America hero. Josh is going to be on with us. He just confirmed. So we're going to talk some new child trafficking bust. It'll be an interesting and probably heavy show, just like today was a hot show, I think. all of my conspiracy horsemen brothers, the big Paisan himself, Salah, Big Stevie Cool, and the big Greek Olive himself, GGP, doing the run-in on the Bilderberg show tonight. It's Hacker, Hameen, Infidels, conspiracyhorsemen@gmail.com. Send them for your gender-neutral messaging system next show. But you've got enough. We're going on with Russo right now. AEW, WWE Conspiracy with a Conspiracy Horseman. YOLO!